Alrighty, you guys, welcome back to a brand new episode here on
The ankle.
Hey Ember.
I hate you like I'm young.
Cartman, you ate the skin off of every piece of chicken!
The ankle's a little mean.
He looks like a fat Pauly Shore.
Yo, I never f***ed Wayne. I never f***ed on my life, man. For fuck's sake, if I did, I'd menage with him and let him eat my ass like a cupcake.
So, good day everyone. I hope everyone is having a beautiful start, middle, or end to their day. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, like and subscribe and comment. So, for this video, we're taking a look at Foodie's latest, I don't know what to call it, maturing arc. I don't know. She went on a whole rampage posting drawings of like reaction channels. It was really weird. And now she's all back to Pious Miriam like, I'm going to be above the reactors and haters. I'm not going to stoop to their level until next time, right? But the title of this video is Acceptance and Gratitude Are the Key to a Happier You. I'm sorry, but this is going to be so funny. I love when she gets all like infomercial preachy. Like, I don't know. It's kind of a vibe. Put some like 80s generic ass commercial music in the background with like a VHS filter and a 1-800 call now number. Would have ate. But yeah, so that's the plan. After her bunch of ads, it's about like a 15-minute video, so we'll just see what she's got to say. But yeah, let's keep in the back of our minds, this is all gonna wash away in like probably tomorrow. By the time this posts, she probably will have already raged at someone else, so let's just wait and see. But yeah, thank you so much once again, you guys, and with that, let's dive right on in, shall we?
Where do I see myself in the future? Well, I don't usually have an answer when people frequently ask me this question, but this picture I took from my TV screen is probably as close to what I want as it can get.
Yeah, that's definitely not in Kuwait. Just gonna say that.
A peaceful, idyllic future in a humble home surrounded by nature. But I'll just be grateful with
You could have that in Canada very easily.
whatever I can get in this life.
Well, I don't know as though very easily. Let's be honest.
Well, hello guys, hello.
Oh, hey Foodie. Real quiet.
Welcome back to another video. So today,
I hate when she throws on this voice. It's like Dance Mom's Jill's sex operator voice, like, yes, my little Kendall. She should be having a solo this week.
make a pot noodle with me.
Oh, what? Oh, okay, so we're not doing a health arc.
And talk about something I've been wanting to talk about. It just kind of popped up in my mind. Today, I have no makeup on. I'm just comfortable right now.
Yes, but the filters are on.
It's about noon here in Kuwait, and I'm having curry-flavored indomie pot noodle.
Can you tell us the sodium on that?
And I like these ones because, I'll show you, something very small and stupid, but it comes with like a cool mini fork.
Wow.
So yeah, we have the seasonings. This is the curry sauce, and this is the powder flavor stuff, and a Diet Coke. I prefer.
I can feel my organs screaming just thinking about this.
Diet Coke over Coke Zero. I find Coke Zero is just more sweet. I don't know.
I'll agree with you there. I will. It's a little bit closer to the Coke taste. Y'all telling me that like Coke Zero was made because Diet Coke is for women. I hate the world that we live in, but you're so right. I hate the world that we live in.
Diet Coke has some of that, TV static crispness that I love. So
Okay.
I'm gonna put that in there.
I've never been able to really do the cup noodles. I don't know. Eating it is fine, but it's like immediately afterwards, I contribute it to the sodium. It just makes my stomach flip.
I want to talk to you guys about something. That's why I'm doing this impromptu video before it leaves my mind. And
Before I no longer feel this way.
Before I start talking about this video and some advice I have, and I know there's people who are gonna be like, I would never take advice from you, you're a mess.
Fair.
I think I've been through it, so I can offer some kind of experience advice.
But you're still in it, Foodie. You haven't come to like the other side or gained some kind of new perspective all of a sudden. So, yeah.
Something that's helping me get through life, and
Food?
maybe some
Sorry.
you also find valuable. If you don't, that's fine. I wish you well on your journey in life. To each their own, you know. Everyone's journey is different. But for me personally,
I want to know how her and Amber can eat like 3+ square meals a day and they gain weight relatively slowly. But if I have an extra meal that I shouldn't, it's like, boom! What the fuck?
It's just something that I've gone through during the human experience evolution process.
Yeah, this is Darwinism in full effect.
And I do want to also just kind of emphasize that I'm far from perfect.
No one assumes you to be. Fuck. What we assume is if you're gonna say you're trying, that you at least actually try.
You know, we don't have everything figured out by a certain age. Everyone is different, you know. So
You don't say.
I'm gonna add some of this chili garlic seasoning. I love it. Sauce, I should say. Just like that. And now the hot water, boiling water from the kettle.
Oh god, so it's an even lazier meal.
I have an old beat up kettle, whatever. And the water. And then we're just gonna let that, put something on top of it. This can of soup. And let it sit.
That's precarious.
And then the little fork. So I was scrolling social media. This is what inspired this. And I noticed that I always compare myself to my old self with little things. I will just get that out of the way that I still have issues, of course, with food, and certain areas of my life, you know, and I won't get into that.
Like Salah.
That's not what this video is about, but I'm still not perfect, and yes.
I will say, she's gotten very good at just not sharing shit. I think she still shares too much, but it's at times, you know? She's still very secretive. I would say even more so than Amber. Amber can't freaking help herself, you know?
I can still give you some kind of...
She needs people to validate what she's doing.
...advice or talk about something that's working for me. Okay, so... I was scrolling social media and I was hearting videos of people who had more than me, you know?
Interesting. I wonder where she's going with this.
I find that social media is very fake. It's a competition.
No shit. I wouldn't say necessarily it's a competition, but I would say of course it's fake. People aren't posting like their worst frickin' days ever in great detail on Instagram. Well, some are. But like, yeah, of course it's fake.
And that's very toxic for people who still have the mindset that they're going to compare their life to others. They're going to compare their journey to others.
So you?
They're going to place this whole life's value, their life value, on how many possessions they have, how well they're doing in comparison to other people. And
that's pointless.
I even find that even Gore World is like that. I find that there's like this competition with other overweight women. They like to compare themselves to one another, you know.
Like you and Amber have done plenty of times?
Well, I'm not as fat as this person. I'm not as overweight as this person. People do that on...
To be fair, she's only about 100 pounds off from Amber.
Social media as well. They do it, you know, with, oh, well, you know, like people show off their new cars.
Well, that's something for them to be proud of. Fair. Like, a decent amount of people that are posting photos of their cars worked for those cars.
We like to show off things that we have.
Of course.
And I've done that too. You know, I get it.
I think it's more so also a way to show gratitude in this day and age.
But, granted, I mostly do it as a joke nowadays, if I do at all.
Oh, bullshit. Guys, look at our new car!
But, you know, the key to happiness, and listen carefully, number one...
I'm gonna take tips on the key to happiness from the most depressed fuck I've ever seen. Okay. Sorry.
We all know that comparison is the thief of joy. Stop
True.
Comparing yourself to others.
Very that.
Focus on your unique journey. You don't share DNA, fingerprints with anyone else in the world. Why do you think that is?
Oh, she watched like a 10-minute video on TikTok about this or something.
Because you're unique. So if you're unique, your journey's going to be unique. You're not meant to walk the path of someone else.
Listen, I agree that it's not good to compare, but I also don't think that we should think of ourselves as terminally unique. That's not the human experience. Our worth and our experience aren't tied together.
All right? The path of life, we walk alone. We have others with us temporarily, and we have things temporarily. Objects, people, everything on this life. In Arabic, is
in this life?
Dunya. In this dunya, everything is temporary.
Oh, she's back to reading the Quran.
Okay.
Or having Salah read to her, maybe.
Except the eternal soul, if you believe in that. I won't preach about religion, but I'm just telling you that Islam has, you know...
I don't even think you should preach anything, because you hardly practice this religion, Foodie. You missed your call to prayer the other day. It was like, I'll get to it after. Like, the fuck?
Taught me a lot of things about appreciation, gratitude, and my relationship with God, and what the purpose of life is for me. I can talk more about that another time if you like.
I feel like you should be grateful then that you do have a family that cares, but you want to just keep fleeing from them. Oh, maybe they'd be very welcoming and warm. Yeah, just warm. To Salah and like taking you in, but no, something tells me there's other reasons.
I have touched on it before, but number one, stop comparing your life to other people.
Wow.
And what, you know,
a 40-year-old telling us this. Good God.
Subcategory of comparison being the thief of joy is the key to happiness, at least for me, is gratitude. Acceptance.
Gratitude. So is that our word of the day?
Gratitude. Number one, accept the life you have.
Accept.
Don't waste your time wallowing in self-pity, living in the past, thinking of what could have been, and spending time being upset over your past mistakes.
I don't want to be a dickhead. I really don't. But I feel like this is all a bunch of no shit Sherlock. Right? Right? I don't know. I feel like that's really mean because I do genuinely agree with what she is saying. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, we know what it's going to lead to, that not much is actually going to change from it. So why give it much weight, you know?
Take the positives that you can from every situation that you're given, all right? Because those are things you can't control anymore. You don't have
So think positively about going for a walk.
control over that. You have control of now, and that's all you can do. So try to take those experiences, try to take those negative events in your life because they can be your biggest teachers. All right? Life is ups and downs, and the more we respect that human experience, the more we try to make positive out of it. You know,
I feel like she's generalizing a lot here. She's not taking into consideration her laundry list of mental health issues. That already is a very different experience for most.
going to be a lot better for us. So that's also helped with my anxiety. Realizing I don't have control
I think there's a lot more than just anxiety happening here.
over everything. You know, as a social media influencer, in my job path, I don't have control over what everyone is saying and doing. Okay.
Oh, is this you talking about how you're going to copyright strike anyone that tries to use your couples channel? Which, by the way, I didn't even notice this. They, like, only pulled 2,000 or 3,000 views on that. Crazy. Yikes. Maybe that's why.
I don't have control over what people say about me. I don't have control of that. So
No shit.
oh,
She keeps staring at the fucking cup of noodles like, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet?
why am I going to come on here and rage about things I don't have control over? Why
I don't know, but you do.
am I going to give my emotional piece to people, to something I don't have control over, or to people who don't deserve it?
Again, I don't know, but you do.
So that's also helped with my anxiety. But accept the life you have, okay?
Okay.
Accept the life you have.
Accepted. All right. Now what?
And be grateful for it.
Bury that.
Because if you are going to, and here's the very nucleus of the key of happiness.
Oh my god. Bro, what is she on? Did she, like, go do ayahuasca with the camels in the fucking desert? What is she on? It's kind of what it's giving. Like, we did a prayer circle. Well, what's it called? Where they would, like, hotbox a teepee, essentially. Sweat lodge? Could you just imagine?
If you're going to wait until you have a certain level of richness, wealth, whatever you're seeking in life,
nothing is ever going to make you happy except yourself. So, work on that. I mean that with love.
you're never going to be happy. You're just going to be chasing that dragon, as they say, you know?
Yeah, that's real ironic for you.
You're just going to be chasing it and chasing it and chasing it. And you're going to...
You think Foodie has ever bought one of those little rose pipes that you see in, like, bodegas or gas stations sometimes? There's probably a live stream of her doing that, isn't there?
waste your entire
Little glass roses. Oh my god.
life being unfulfilled, being unhappy over something you don't have control over.
No shit. Sorry. It's good advice. It is. But I feel like this is something that you give someone in their early 20s. And they're like, oh wow, I should really start implementing that in my life. 40, girl? God damn.
You know, I believe, for me
I might not be a fast learner, but fuck.
personally, I believe our destinies, our paths are set out in a lot of ways.
Yeah, do ya? uh, but I feel like that takes away your power in it. You have the power to change your life.
But because really, you can't have full control of your life. You don't have full control of circumstances, outside circumstances that may come into our life. You could plan and plan and plan far, far ahead into the future. But something could happen and throw that off, and then what? You have to be appreciative of the moment you have now on this earth, of what you have. I'm grateful for this diet soda.
Why aren't you grateful that you are given another? I just said this with Amber too. Why aren't you grateful that you are being given another day to make things better for yourself? And here you are not choosing that. Like, yeah, I think gratitude is kind of a two-way street.
It's more than a lot of people have, honestly. I've been humbled a lot in my life. I've come from, as you got, a lot of you who have followed me for the whole time I've been on YouTube, you have seen that I used to blow thousands and thousands a month, and I'm paying for the consequences of that. And I fully accept.
Well, you would do that even before you had YouTube, like, income in any type of way.
That's my
Which I'm learning, she never was really popping like Amber was.
responsibility. I have to clean that up. But I've been humbled a lot in a lot of ways since starting this new chapter of my life.
Yeah, is it the loss in views?
And what's really helped me through that is finding another source of happiness, finding the true source of happiness, and that's being grateful in every day-to-day experiences.
Oh my god. The next, like, nearly 5 minutes is just going to be her repeating the same ish, dude. Oh, Christ.
Things, yes, I still struggle greatly with wanting things, of course, but I have to, like, check myself and remind myself of what's important.
Wait. She's doing this after giving us the whole, you guys, we got a 4-star hotel in Qatar. That's where it was, right? Let's just assume it was. Like, they have free breakfast. Okay.
And the meaning of life is not chasing a higher life or living beyond our means or comparing ourselves to others or who has the best, car, who has the best yacht, who has the best this and that, who has
Girl, what?
more money. Because really, none of that's going to matter.
Oh. This is all like a kind of disclaimer. Like, guys, I'm poor. I'm broke as fuck. Okay? I'm just putting that out there, so be nice to me. No. I'm kidding. I really don't think it's anything that her audience really judges her on. It's because she turns around and says viperous, nasty things about other people's money and shit like that. It's not unfounded and it's not out of nowhere. I know, like, from the outside looking in, when people probably first stumble upon Girl World, they're like, what the hell is this? There's just such a history here with these women,
You could have millions and millions of dollars, and then the next day you go broke. The next year you go broke, and then what are you going to use for happiness? You know what I mean? You don't have that anymore.
But let's also not be ignorant to the fact that, and especially at least in this country, money buys comfort. And for many people, comfort is a extension of happiness. Of course, it's not at all of it, but comfort is a huge part of people's happiness. So,
we don't bring them with us in the afterlife. Once we end our life here, in this dunya, in this life,
So dunya, that's the word of the day.
none of what you had here on earth is going to matter. All that's going to matter is how you treated people.
How you treated those around you, correct. How have you treated those around you? Huh, Foodie? Huh? How about the animals in your life? You know, something that pretty much every religion throughout all of time has seen sacred. The bond between an animal and its owner. I mean, even the ancient Egyptians, they buried their pets with them, whether they were dead or not. Sorry.
How you evolved your soul as a human being, and if you were grateful with what you were given on this earth. Not everyone is given the same thing, and we aren't meant to question that. That's not up for us to decide. Someone else's path.
Okay, so are you going to stop threatening to copyright strike people? Is that it? Because people are taking views from you?
Or to question it. So keep focus on your life. Quit looking around at what others have. Be happy for them, because the energy you put out to others comes around.
I'm not disagreeing.
I know you're thinking, you were mean at one point. I have done and said things in self-defense of myself.
No. You choose how you respond. You chose to fight fire with fire. It's just simple as that.
Sure, I have. And some of that I do regret. But that's for me to deal with. I don't come from...
Well, if you did it publicly, then you kind of should deal with it publicly. But
a place of malice anymore, really. And that's because I realize that, what's important in life is how I'm treating other people, regardless how they treat me. So I try not to have any hatred in my heart anymore. I'm trying not to rage out anymore.
Sorry, she caught me off guard with that one. Okay.
I'm trying to just focus on my life.
I love how the whole couch section is gone because she has to sit on that now. Good Lord, she broke the chair.
Which needs a lot of improvement. And alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful for every single day I have. And it's a chance to get better. Every day you wake up is a chance to get better, no matter...
She says this as she's eyeing her instant noodle cup. My God.
How much you've messed up the day before. So we're not here for a long time. And if you, like I said, if you just make your focus day to day on how am I going to get rich fast.
What? She seems like the type of person that would fall for one of those Facebook scam links of get rich quick with this 5 helpful tips. What the fuck?
I have this. I'm so upset. I don't have money to go shop at Sephora for a lipstick. You're going to be so miserable every day because you're focusing on what you don't have.
Foodie, stop telling us how we need to feel and just get your shit together, okay?
Instead of what you do have. And, I'm just so grateful for what I have. And okay. I can't complain.
Then why don't you take care of it better?
And that makes me a lot happier day to day. So I think, for me, what would complete it, yes, obviously, getting a lot healthier.
Hey, listen, Goo had the shit tornado again today. You OGs, you remember, back in the day, the shit-nado. Well, it happened again. And... love the fucker, but... No, but I was just thinking to myself, I'm happy to have him, even if he does this.
And like I said, I still have a lot of things to work on for myself, but while I'm working on that,
Yeah, it's because the fat fuck keeps eating stuff off the ground outside.
Scheming while but I'm just focusing on myself. I'm not going to be looking around with other success, how they're doing on their health journeys. anyone on the health journey, anyone, I wish you well.
Girl, she's jealous. She definitely gives the energy of that one. It was MoNique, right? Like, and all you skinny bitches are gonna die.
Even people at one point I would have been sworn enemies with. I don't have time for that on this planet.
Okay, so do a Skype call with FFG and make amends. How about that? I'm gonna call your bluff, Foodie. Why don't you make amends with all of your scorned past friends, reaction channels, everything? Go and turn over a new leaf.
I don't have time for that negative energy. I wish you all well. I hope that you have a long, prosperous life, and I hope that you find peace. That's the most important thing for me, is peace of mind. And
okay, so stop paying attention to what reaction channels are saying. Yeah.
The more that I just keep positive, or try to keep on a positive path, and just focus on what I have and instead of what I don't have, I find that makes me a lot happier. So
okay.
I hope this wasn't just a lot of rambling for you. I tried to organize my thoughts as much as I could. I think our soup is ready.
Our?
Soup on top of soup. Soup inception.
Why do you have a can of soup down there? That's random.
Let's see.
She likes that it comes with a little fork so that she doesn't have to waste the energy to go grab one.
Oh yeah. Nice and ready. Let's try it.
Oh, it's not.
It's hot.
She doesn't even stir it.
All right, I'm gonna enjoy my pot noodle lunch. And I'll
Is this a diet for her?
see you guys next time. Bye.
Oh, Lord. You know, she is looking more and more like the ghost from Ghostbusters. Every damn video, I swear to God. Sorry, that was mean. Anyways, y'all, well, that was something. She gave me a good chuckle, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of love it when she comes on here doing the little act. The soft and gentle voice, nearly whispering into the mic. Next week is going to be back to the same shit. Anyways, y'all, once again, I hope everyone's having a beautiful and wonderful day. This is going to post Thursday today. I'm filming it really early in the morning, or really late at night. Thank you so much, you guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Like and subscribe to comment. Once again, I hope everyone's taking care of themselves, taking care of their loved ones, and just having a good week. We're almost there. Almost to the weekend. Thank you so much, you guys. And I will catch you in the next one. Take care.